How's it going, Song of Ice and Fire fans? Grant from UCats Miniatures. I'm joined by.
Dan-G, hello everyone. How's it going?
Well, you asking me or asking everyone else in the chat?
I'm asking everyone else, mate. I know how you are.
Oh
You,
man, that's not.
yeah.
I am polite. That's not a polite way to be.
That is a polite way of doing it. How are you, Grant?
Yeah, mate, not too bad. Not too bad at all, really. Mate, I'll say it for the first time tonight, but I imagine it's going to be repeated. But how fucking hot is it?
Oh, fuck me. It is boiling, mate. And for someone of your complexion, eh?
Yeah, well, yeah, ain't no ginger weather.
Ain't no ginger weather. Oh, mate, it's so sweaty here. I'm in Reading, and it is roasty.
Well, in the wise words of Egret, I've been kissed by fire, literally. Not because my hair's ginger, just 'cause I literally feel like the sun has licked my face.
Straps all behind the radiator.
I am, mate. I'm very much. Imagine that. A strepsil behind a radiator, all covered in like dust and spit and just cooking alive. It's a bad, bad way to be. I
It's
mean,
hot.
I think you need to lower your chair a little bit, mate, because all we've got is
Oh,
sort of like, forehead and, chin and chest.
that's
I've got
that's
nothing,
all
I've got nothing against your chest, but.
that's all I got.
So we've got GSX Riker in the chat. How's it going?
Hello.
Whenever I see the letters G and X close to each other, I always think of Company crossbows. Start getting
Yeah.
the sweats on.
Yeah. And the swordsman. God, that was a fever dream, wasn't
Yeah, what a time to be alive, though. So many nicely
it?
painted Golden Company swordmasters.
Yeah, and everyone was running neutral armies. It was a good time.
Oh my god, it's so hot. Right. So let's talk a little bit about games. So I think you've been playing a little bit more than me, just because I only played a couple of games. So obviously I mentioned before I played the Martells. Nymeria seemed really good in that game. This weekend I played against Giants, which is probably the most shittest experience of my life.
They're rough, right?
Yeah, mate. I think they are beatable, but I think it takes a lot of thinking, and it's probably more thinking than I've got on a day that's this warm.
Yeah, you need like a big setup, right? You need the game plan immediately. Good dice rolls. There.
Yeah,
I mean, we'll come on to it later, but
yeah,
they're a little overcooked, right?
yeah. I mean, I ran a Bolton list, and I had loads of precision there because Steve, I played against, said just we'll film it for a battle report, which I'll get into as well because obviously I haven't released one last week. It was only just because of strength of schedule. I just had no time this week. But he said build a list to beat it, and I built a list to build as much as I could. Obviously, with your help as well. And I just like throwing
Snap.
sticks at a bin.
Yeah, tennis ball down a corridor, right?
Yeah.
I had a very similar that for the Worlds tournament that me and Pascal were talking about last time. I got paired into Giants last round against Team Canada, which is cool because they call themselves, I think, the Lords of the North. So it's fair enough they're running Free Folk. But oh my god, like the game was. I played like an idiot. Like I'll admit, anyone was watching. I played like an. I just forgot some basic stuff, just like stuff that didn't even matter. It was Giants, but regardless, he just walked forward. There was a turn where he actually like sort of took some objectives and played some positioning. And it was just like I just thought to myself, like, you just didn't need to do that. If you just kept walking forward, you just table me. I think it was a crushing loss. But I could have kept it to like a standard loss maybe if I wasn't an idiot. But they're just I had a similar experience. Just crazy good, right?
Yeah. Is there a giant list that tends to be played more often? Because I'm trying to, at a minute, just play games and not be influenced by the outside chitter chatter. As a content creator, it's probably a shit idea, really, but that's why I brought you in so you can do it while I do a fucking gallivant around.
I mean, I've got a very like niche view on this because at the teams tournament we're playing at, teams is a bit different, right? So
Yeah.
I think you want to pair differently. But on the weekend we had a games day, just a season 7 get together, like a mini unofficial tournament. We played 3 games, and a couple of people brought Giants there. But I think the sort of the good thing to do at the moment, or the better thing to do, is probably bring obviously Mag Commander. It looks like 2 Savage Giants, a spear thrower in there somewhere, and then Varamir and always beasts. and that gives you a nice mix of objective holding, tricks and bullshit, and giants. And all the little cats and stuff are worthless, so it's not like you can even pick them off for points.
Yeah.
So it's really, really difficult to play into. But I think for me, that's sort of the best mix because you got the spear thrower in there just for like if you get close, it's threat, rolling random, swords and stuff. 2 or 3 big giants and then some little cat things. I think that looks like the sort of, and then obviously the NCUs I think are Mance, Lady Val, and then I think the third one I've seen quite a few people running Dala, some people running Ygritte, a mix of stuff. So I think that third one's in contention. I think I played against Dala and that worked really well. Just some token generation, some bits, some card stuff. Yeah, giants, man.
Nice. But I mean, it should be scary fighting giants, but I also think it should be a fluffy choice list as well. To enjoy the game as well as just absolutely trouncing your opponent.
But to be fair, I think we said that when we saw the Brian's reveal of it. It was like, it's so glad giants are getting love. They're so iconic, right?
Yeah.
They're just a bit. I think they just buffed them up super defensive and super aggressive, and then the panic damage thing. They just need something to give. Just one of those things. If they could take 2 from panics again, a quarter of their health in a panic, like maybe that's the fix. I don't know. I don't want to say I know the fix, but just something has to give a little bit.
Yeah.
But apart from getting transferred giants, I played that triple Lightbringer list and I won points on the board. That was really tough.
That was the one from the Worlds, wasn't it? You was talking about.
Yes, that was the one just before
right, go on.
The Frey. So I played that I think the day after, and oh god, man, Lightbringers are rough. But I think I won that. I got a really good lucky charge and one shot a unit with flayed men in the side, which was super lucky. But honestly, like running cavalry into them. They don't get their rerolls. You could just move around them with 3-up saves on the flayed men. It was just, it felt kind of okay until he did get like his 8 damage shot off on some of my cutthroats, and that was not okay. that didn't feel good. But played that, and then like I said, we had at the Cryptic Cabin. Shout out to the Cryptic Cabin. They run great events. That's my sort of local song community. Loads of regulars who anyone watching probably knows of your events. But we all got together, and people just brought new stuff, all the new toys. We all played 3 games, just whoever the hell was done or whoever was next or someone who was brave enough to go, I want to play giants. And I ended up playing, I played a Brotherhood list, I played a Night's Watch list, and I played a Stark list. And everyone brought all the new stuff. Like I played the Stark Outriders, Great Axes, the Brotherhood. He brought a list without peasants. That's pretty new.
Yeah.
And Forest Jacken, that was cool. And the Night's Watch guy brought the RAF bombers, Offal and Jacken, and the fucking Luftwaffe, mate. That is just that's stupid. He killed my Dreadful Archers the first activation of round 2. Just rolled like 6 hits, crit, panic fail, and I was like, okay, well I've got Welder, but she now can't do anything. That was fun. But it was really good. Everyone brought new stuff. It was really good.
Yeah. So. I did play one other game, to mention against my friend Mark. He was running Baratheons. I gave Stark a run out for that. I really like Stark. I really like the Outriders now. I feel a lot better hitting on 3s. Their orders are really good. The Bowman order as well to stop a unit being targeted by tacticals and orders is
really good. The Bowman now they feel really includable, don't they?
Yeah. I really enjoyed it. It did. Berserkers with Critical Blow is tasty. I really enjoyed doing that, especially with Overrun. Carl in the chat. Hello, Carl. Well, anyway, so today we're getting Tearful with the tier lists. Now, I'll show them on screen now. I'll get my excuses early. I've only basically put what I've experienced. Obviously, you've done the same as well. Many people out there are playing lots of games, so they'll have a different opinion on it. But I mean, my opinion's my own, which is great. Not my opinion. It's my ability to have my fuck. It's hot, isn't it? So you've not seen mine. I've briefly looked at yours. We tried not to, but I had to build the slides for the episode. So these are the tiers. So you went for one more tier than me, which was cheating.
Hey, the button was there. There was a button and it said add a rank, so I added a rank. And
And, I was going to add a rank at the bottom, Grant tier, which is people that uh,
a bloody
so
boiling.
yeah. So yeah, I've just read Carl's comment. He said you should undo another button, please. Yeah, I was going to put a Grant tier one. Basically, any army that I play and lose with should go in there, but I didn't. I went with a basic. So I'll go through mine, then we go through yours, then we'll discuss. Right.
Yeah, sounds
Right.
good.
So very similarly, I put Free Folk and Baratheons up at S tier. I feel like the giant list for me, if it was split as a different faction, would probably be higher. I think I probably would have made an S plus faction, S plus tier for that.
See,
Um,
that's interesting because I think I put them there because they're not, because you have that chicken.
yeah,
Personally,
less
I
chicken,
think
yeah.
the fact you can have the giants and you can have this fucking completely different spam horde list, I think that's why I
Yeah.
think they're even stronger. But sorry, carry on.
No, yeah, no, you're totally right. Yeah, I can totally see that. List chicken is a thing. I've obviously only run into just one list versus one list. We didn't do the two list format thing. We just basically wanted to see what these new things did. But yeah, running the hold list and the heavy hitter list, you need to make sure you pick the right list into those, right?
Hmm.
Boltons and Martells, much my experience of Nymeria has just tilted that up a bit higher for me. Obviously, not always going to be running against Nymeria, but I think they've got a lot of play now with the cavalry as well. I think them having cavalry, I think as some of the more experienced players get used to Nymeria interaction with with the knights, I think that could be a problem. And then I've got Stark, Brotherhood, Targaryen, Lannister on the same rank. I'll be interested to hear your thoughts on Lannisters. I've not done much with them in season 7.
Yeah, we've done those quite differently.
Yeah, I think Starks are good. I think seeing how Pascal runs Howland, and obviously I play a much more aggressively hitting side of that faction. That worked really well for me against Baratheon, so I want to play that a little bit more. So we've spoken a little bit, obviously over text message, and I'm trying to play everything. And I think that's the issue I'm having is I'm trying to play everything rather than focus down on one faction to really get a feel for them. And I think I'm going to go back to Starks and run them properly and try and get some mileage out of them and try and get a feel for the faction again. Brotherhood, I don't feel are the bully they were when they were first released. I think people are getting their head around them now. I don't think they've had enough changes to really spin them off into a different direction for season 7, if that makes sense. Probably not.
Yeah, I agree.
Targaryens, I've not seen much with, but Targaryens are one of my first loves, and I'm looking forward to getting back into them again. I've just played that game of Starks, but I mean, the fact that Targaryen infantry is a thing now is exciting.
And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Your Unsullied are incredible.
Thank you, mate.
So
Cheers.
you've got to bring them back out. Do a battle report would have been that. That'd be a gift for me.
But do you know what the thing is, right? I've got 2 units of every single Targaryen unit painted, but they're not based. I need to base every single one. They're all on cork. Every single model's on cork because I want to do the basing at the same time, which is probably the shittest idea I've ever had.
But they're really impressive because you've built like the cork up, and you've got
Yeah.
like the horses all like climbing up the cork and that. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're amazing.
No.
I think they're on your Instagram or something. If anyone wants to see them, are they on your Instagram?
Yeah, some are. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've kept some back a little bit because they're part of the Road to Mirroring series that I'm going to be editing at some point where I'll do the whole how to paint the entire Targaryen faction. But the ones I'm looking forward to people seeing is the what are they called?
The Brazen Beasts.
Yes, Brazen Beasts.
Yes,
Really like
Brazen
them.
Beasts. Yeah. You sent me a couple of whips for those, and they look incredible.
No. So that's that. I think actually talking to Targaryens, I think Brazen Beasts are really good for the Targaryens. I really like them where they are now for the update.
So good, 5 points. So good.
Yeah. Greyjoys I think are good. I've not seen enough of them to really have a really solid opinion on them. I think they're going to be very good when we see some of the Greyjoy fanatics get stuck into list building.
Yeah, the Mikkels,
Yeah, yeah,
the Drowned Gods. I'm looking forward to that as well as a Greyjoy
yeah.
first timer.
Yeah.
I want to see what comes out of them.
Night's Watch. I feel like Night's Watch. So you put them on B tier, I put them on C tier, but for me, I feel like not enough has changed to make them super better. There's obviously some very big changes in the way the war machines work, etc. But I think their time will come when the tactic cards change. When they
Hmm.
do the change for that, I think that's when we'll see them really come in their own. And Marcus Chanel in the podcast already hinted at the fact that they're going to have a bit of a rework with the tactic cards on them. So it'll be interesting to see how they work and how the attachment stuff works. Um, and I put neutrals on the same. So I didn't put neutrals all the way to the bottom because when a good player gets hold of neutrals, and it's like yourself and Bolton's, that when they were not playing very well, good players really get stuck into it, uh, and they do get results out of it. And a neutral deck, I still think is really exciting. I really like that. That's when I find myself playing
I agree.
neutrals. I really enjoy the deck.
We were saying this on Sunday. The neutral deck is really good.
Yeah,
You got so many cool cards and they're good cards. Issue commands. Like so many good cards.
yeah. And I think I'm excited for season 7. I'll go on a tangent for 5 seconds if you'll let me. I think with season 7, I would love to see what they've done with Boltons and neutrals, which is you give the neutrals unit its own stuff to try and make it work a bit better. I don't know how they'd do it, but I'd love to see them just be their own thing. Like certain units work certain ways for neutrals, but not for other factions. It would take a massive work, but I've always sort of been a massive advocate of trying to basically give factions their own neutral units, the same way as Stormcrows and Targaryens, that sort of thing. But
I yeah. I I think that's a cool idea.
um, that's that. So let's go over your tier list then. First of all, do you want to talk about mine? What were you thinking?
I think. Well, I mean, yeah, like the comparisons between them, I think you've been quite unfair on Lannisters personally. I put Lannisters up in S. I think they're going to be the secret big baddie. Like they haven't changed crazy much, but when you look at the Cersei, Tommen, Jaqen combo, like that just ruins armies. They've got the knights in there still. You don't have to spend 6 points on Tywin. Some of their like medium units, like Lannisport Guard and Lannisport Guard. Is that what they're called? Lannisport Watch, Lannisport
Sea
Watch
Watch.
Guard, City Watch.
Yeah,
Like they're usable now.
yeah,
Tyrion's still good. You've got Battle Plan in there. The deck is incredible. I think Lannisters are just especially for decent players. There's a lot of combos. There's a lot of play. I think even if they're not S tier that I've put them, maybe I think they're going to be SA tier. I think they're going to be quite big baddies.
yeah,
I think Night's Watch as well. After playing them and basically losing the game first activation of round 2, I I think Night's Watch do have. I agree that their vows when they're getting changed, if they just have one card and they keep that card forever, it just doesn't mean the Night's Watch player fails to panic and their whole game goes in the shitter.
hmm,
But I think with the Awful Jaqen combo and even like the Sworn Bros, like with Crit Blow now, that like they're really good. Vets keeping their cards really good. Like
yeah,
I think Night's Watch. I'll go through my tier list now. To be honest, it's probably easier to start rambling and go between them. But I found that B tier, sort of the bottom of A and B, really difficult.
hmm,
Probably because I haven't played many games. I've watched a few, I've seen a few, yada yada. But I think like we said, S plus. I think Giants. If you're a good player, it's really hard to lose. I think if you don't make crazy mistakes, Giants. But then you've also got the chicken of the Horde with the chariots.
yeah,
Like the chariots are insane.
hmm,
Um, like watching people play these 4 point chariots, which shoot you, charge you, do a billion. They're 4 points, man. They're insane. So I think the fact you've got that chicken for missions, people can pick the wrong one because I think people are going to have to build for giants. They bring their super precision heavy giant killer, and then you turn up with like 8 billion units of free folk. Like, sure, precision my 6-up save.
hmm,
I think the chicken makes them really strong. Giants are really strong. We spoke about that before. I think Baratheons are not quite on the free folk. Maybe that's because I'm a bit skewed because I played triple Lightbringers and I beat them.
yeah,
I just think I think that's a bit of a casino game. If you fail panics, you do lose real bad. But if you're playing them on the right mission and you play your cards right, I think Baratheon's are beatable. And I do think, like Pascal was saying in the last episode, like Renly still has his issues. So although you've got a good chicken, I think they're definitely beatable. Lightbringers are a bit mental. They could do with some tuning, but I think generally they've got great NCUs, a great package, S tier. I said about Lannisters, I agree with you on the Boltons, A tier. I think their attachments are still mental. Like the fact you've just got like 5 attachments in one unit that gives them every rule and they block all these hits. I think Boltons are still really good. The deck's really good, and they even got a small buff from the Zorse riders and stuff. Zorse are really tasty for 6 points, so I think they're still A tier. Targs, so I don't know. I think they're going to be good. Unsullied are really good now. Their commanders are really good. The commander cards are really good. I think the Pit Vipers and the Brazen Beasts are both so good for 5 or 6 points. The only thing that lets Targs down in my mind is their deck isn't that powerful, right? Like they've got quite a few movement shenanigans. The commander cards are excellent, but I think their general deck isn't that great. But I think Unsullied are really cool. I think their list building adds so much potential. The new NCUs, I know a load of people are upset about Miri, but I think the rest of the NCUs are crazy. So I think Targs will be better than the 3 I've put below them. That's sort of how I've.
Yeah.
And then the 3 below them, really difficult. Brotherhood, I agree with you. Like they didn't really get much at this update. They were a powerhouse before. You can still run that like Beric 7 activation, Kingsman, Forest and Dervishes, Bowman, or Bowman Knight. You've got possibly one of the best NCUs to put in with Jackin, but that does mean your opponent can do it because you can take Foros and charge up Jackin, so you end up with 5 tokens, so you can Jackin every turn and use his replace to heal stuff. I still think they've got access to mega units from Baratheons and Starks. I just think the list building, you can't just take a tasty 8 activation double peasants list now. So that's why they're in B. But their deck is incredible, right? Loads of movement, loads of healing, loads of power. Martells, I mean, they've got Nymeria. They've got an incredible deck.
Yeah.
I think Martells was probably the one I was the most unsure about because they went from this super sketchy skirmishers list to, I don't really know. Oberyn didn't get touched. He was incredible. Darkstar, I've seen Darkstar now just one shot whatever the hell they touch. Yeah. Like on Sunday, one of the guys, Tom, brought Darkstar, and it just one shot everything. Giants, it one shot. Night's Watch, Vets, just whatever it touched. So I don't know if Martells are the new Greyjoys. I don't know if they're going to do really well. They're not wet. They're too dry, unlike us right now.
It is way too dry, mate. It's so hot.
Stopping. But I just don't know if you're a good player and you can just bait the Nymeria and block charges, do Martells suck? Skyreach Bowman are still really good. I just don't know. And I'm sort of along those lines on Night's Watch. I think the Jack and Offal combo is disgusting. Yeah, genuinely, if you roll well, it's really, really difficult. Bravid, he played against Martells, and he's a Martell player himself. He killed his opponent Skyreach Bowman on round 1 with Offal Jackin.
Nice.
Imagine turning up to a game and round 1, a quarter of your army is gone. Like, that's so stupid. I think with Jack and Offal, if you roll normal, it's annoying, but whatever. But I think the rest of the army is quite good. I don't know. Greyjoys, I think Greyjoys have lost out indirectly, right? So I think because there's double Lightbringers everywhere and everyone's got turn off attachments and block cards and do all this jazz, I think Mokro got a nice buff, which I don't think he needed. He was good anyway. But I think Greyjoys have just lost out indirectly. Like, everyone's now got a Walder, so they can move more and pivot. Balon got worse, so you can't even come behind people where they've got double Lightbringers. I think Silence Men are really good, and I genuinely think, we were talking about this on Sunday as well, like Greyjoys have quite a good anti-giant build. You've got easy access for 1 point resilience twice. Put that in Stony Shore Pillagers, you've now got a resilient healing precision unit for 5 points that can bog a giant down. Silence Men, I think Silence Men can deal with giants. Saving on 6s. If you've got Vic in there, you've probably got Crit Blow. vulnerables, you've got 5-up saves, so you don't really care about the ignoring saves. So I think Greyjoys might have some nice anti-giant tech, but I think just how the meta's looking, I don't know if they'll do that well.
Mm-hmm.
And then Starks, I just think Starks were held up so much last season by, and I apologise to anyone who ran this, by the brain dead double Tully Cav Edark commander list. You brought your list, you charged stuff. It didn't really matter what you charged because you either kill them or they can't kill you. Edark's cards, you just get back with Sansa. You auto pass everything. You do. So I think the fat Tully Cav have got a slight nerf, and people are moving away from that. All the 6-point units, 5.6-point units look really, really good. I know with Jaqen and Arya, you can do some really crazy shit, like some super big plays. But I think for the majority, like if you're not running double Tully Cav, and now you're like, oh, I'm going to run 3 units of Berserkers or something, I think the game's got a bit harder for you in this meta. So that's why I put Starks down there. And then neutrals in D, I mean, they've got a great deck. Elephants are really cool.
Yep.
You can now take Jaqen and Walder in neutrals, which is really, really good. Maybe I've been too harsh. Maybe they should be on the same level as Starks.
So here's my question to you, right? So if you didn't have the S plus tier, how would that change things?
If I didn't have the S plus tier, I think Free Folk go to S. I think I bump everything down. Free Folk go to S. Baratheons, Lannisters, Boltons at A. Targs probably slip into B. And I think that's how I keep it.
Yeah, but so you keep neutral at the very bottom on their own, right?
I mean, they've got the elephants. They've got loads of cool units. They've got a good deck. There's just not that much stuff. I don't know if they have the answers for everything. Like a Jockin list could probably beat Giants, maybe. Elephants are cool as hell.
You're thinking about it. Yeah, you're thinking about it.
Yeah,
now.
I don't know, but I do. Yeah. I do think, like you were saying, like you have some great players who are faction experts, and they take their factions, to the top. Cough, cough, unbeaten at EAGT 2025 with Bolton's bottom of the league. But I think you're still going to have that. You're going to have people who are Stark experts with their Howland Reeds, like Pascal, who are going to, go to the top with that. And I don't think that's how we should, You're always going to have that, so it's quite hard to just think, generalist, But yeah, maybe I've been too harsh on neutrals, but I think I have.
Well, no,
yeah,
obviously they're not.
My tier list.
What's that?
What do you think of my list of tiers? Now that we've gone through them.
The tearful. Yeah. No. I think a lot of what we said is pretty similar, really. I think this is when we spoke about doing this. We said we'll do it, and then we'll come back in a few months' time and see how badly wrong we were. But I still feel like a lot of this stuff I'm pretty new to. I haven't really taken it. I'm not submerged myself completely within the Song of Ice and Fire and Miniatures game to the level I probably should have done to understand this listing a bit better. But there's so much changed in one hit that I'm trying to play as much as I can to get an idea of all the factions. But I think I'm missing out some of the bits and pieces. I probably need to pick up more stuff online and sort of take some more feedback online. But yeah, I can agree. I think I love all the Umber stuff now. I think for Starks, the Grey Axes and the Berserkers are amazing now. I love them. Yeah,
I actually played Grey Axes twice on Sunday. Once in Starks and once in Brotherhood.
Yeah.
And it was really interesting because they are scarier. They are what they should be like. And he ran Catelyn Commander in the Grey Axes, and it was actually really tasty. I don't think it's auto take Kingsman anymore. Like they were a good unit.
No, nice. Yeah. No, but I like your tier list. I feel sad that you've got one more tier than me, but next time I'm going to add 12 more tiers.
You've got an unused tier. What are you on about?
I don't think anything's. Yeah, I suppose I could have shifted everything down, couldn't I? But
this guy complaining, and he hasn't even used D.
I don't think anything's worthy of D. I think everything's playable.
No, nothing to D.
I'm a happy man. Too much D can make you ill.
we got some people in chat. Pascal's back in the chat after last week. He says, "Don't apologise, Dan. The double tally Cav players deserve all the flack they get." Thank you. From a start player. Thank you. Yeah, I agree. Ridiculous. Carl mentions the Free Folk Bears cavalry.
Oh, they're so good now.
They're really good. They are really good. I think the issue with them is they're still quite expensive. Most of the Free Folk deck doesn't work on cavalry.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you take Rattleshirt, you can jazz them up. I think they are really good, and I think they have a place.
Yeah.
I think bringing a unit of them is really good.
Thematically, though, I think they're really good.
Oh, they're really cool. Yeah. Really cool. And quite right, I think he mentioned about Walder or Lady Val's movement ability. So, of course, you can't take Walder because he's neutrals. But I think they're pretty good. I just think like they were fairly decent before. Like they were pretty scary before.
Yep.
And I think they've still kept that sort of niche. Whereas Chariots have gone from 0 to hero, So I think that's why I talk about them.
Yeah.
And then
Pascal talked about Victarion in. Yeah, I don't think. If I go back and redo this list, I don't think I would have put Greyjoys that low. I think the reason they're that low is because I haven't played them enough to get a feel for new stuff they have. But I think, I don't know. I think maybe they would have gone to B.
Yeah, it's difficult. When I look at everything else and indirectly, like a big charge from Silence Men is really mad. Just what if someone puts a Palisade there and there's double Lightbringers? Like there's still a 6-up morale before you get some pillage. I don't know. It's just in this.
Yeah.
I had to compare them. Like if they're going to play Night's Watch, you get Offwood off the board. I don't know. We also had GSX talk about elephants. What are your opinions on elephants? I think
I like them.
I think a double elephant list with Walder is really cool.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've not seen the mammoth played yet, but I like the changes to both the mammoth and the elephants. I think they're really cool.
I'm glad they fixed the panic thing. That's good.
Yeah, no, yeah, I like them. I really do like them. I've never painted them. I've never really used them. I had a couple of Golden Company lists that I was running a while back, but I'm definitely going to pull them back out of retirement and get them on the table again. Again, it's so much stuff to play. I've not got around to neutrals yet, but I'm definitely it's on my to-do list. Fuck, it's hot on it.
Hey, mate, straps all behind the radiator.
Yeah, nice. My pebble's getting warm.
Your pebble, your little pet pebble. Was it your pet or your friend? Sorry, I forget.
It was my toy, wasn't it?
It was your toy. I see. Yeah, very good.
Nice.
No, interesting. I think it will be really cool to come back in 3 months once stats has sorted itself out. We've got some tournaments happening. People have sussed out how the hell you jacking. Honestly, playing with jacking in the last few games was just so confusing. Like, oh, I could copy myself here because I basically ran jacking and Roos NCU.
Yeah.
So it's like, right, I can copy with jacking and then I can skip, and that allows me to put out a token with Roos. But then he has to go, and it was just like, or I could copy my opponent's Foros and soup up on token, and it's just there's so many interactions. Like, if everyone's bringing jacking, there's so much stuff. But I guess that's just practice. Like, you just play games, you'll get absolutely shat on by double Aya, and then you'll play against an Aya with your own jacking and be like, haha, I know what you're gonna do. I know what I can do with your Aya. Like, jacking's really interesting. I do think, I don't know if we said this when we went through the changes, but I do think he should be 5 points after playing on Sunday, because I think he was 4 points before because influences went obvious and everywhere, unless you had your own good influence like I did. So I always brought Jack in because I always brought Jane.
Yeah.
So I just knew if my opponent doesn't bring any influences, brilliant, I've got either double Jane or precision. But I think now, because everyone's got NCUs, like, he's a bit just auto takey.
Yeah.
Like, your opponent's always going to have something you want to take, unless I guess they've teched into it. You can always copy your own stuff. It just, like, 4 points for an auto take just seems a bit, I don't know.
Yeah.
He's an odd one. Did you play him in your games? Did your opponent?
Yeah, I played him when I ran Baratheons, just to get a feel for him. Probably wasn't the best way of using him, but I do think he's. I think you're right. I think 5 points is a fair place for him to be sitting. Um, he's just complicated, isn't he? I think that's just gonna
Yeah.
slow everything down. I think it needs. We all know that some of the word on the cars need to be tweaked a bit, and we know they're working on that. Um, but yeah, it's just complicated, isn't it?
And there's so many interactions you can do by
Yeah,
copying people and stuff. Yeah, it's a really difficult one. And there's some stupid combinations. Like, if we go back to my reasoning for putting Lannisters up in S, if you bring Cersei, Tommen, and Jaqen,
hmm
it's just so stupid because Cersei turns off attachments, and then you can turn off, is it orders and cards if you have crowns and bags? So Cersei's amazing. So
yeah,
having two Cerseis is mega, but Tommen, you can just grab Intrigue,
mm,
right? Having Jaqen be Tommen and just have Intrigue whenever you want it, you just shut off your opponent's stuff.
yeah,
Like, just getting two Intrigues whenever you want them and just be like, oh, 5 point Mance Raider in your Giants list. Yeah, Intrigue. Like, it's just so good. Not all
mm,
factions have that. Not everyone has a great combo. I think people have some stupid stuff.
mm,
Like, we were talking about Greyjoys, you can double Wendermere, and that's hilarious. Like, Vic list with double Wendy, just like shift, shift, shift. I'm going to do my 48-inch charge. Like, really funny.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, Jaqen's an interesting one.
There's a couple of questions come through. So, there's a couple of statements and a couple of questions. So we've got on here about pit fighters for Targaryens. Now look tasty now for a cheap unit. I mean, they definitely look nice, don't they? The miniatures are really
I
nice.
I think they're really good. The miniatures are cool, and it was a shame because they got brought out. They're fairly new, aren't they? They were
Yeah,
sort of, I say fairly new, within the last couple of years.
yeah,
But they came out, they were trash immediately, so
yeah,
no one's really used them. I think they're really good now. The attack profile, going to 8 attacks,
yeah,
giving out conditions for less ranks you've got,
yeah,
precision, and are they unyielding? I think they're unyielding, aren't they?
yeah,
I think they're really
yeah. They kept that. Yeah,
good. And there's a few people in the team's world who are running them. I think there's a Grey Worm commander list who's got Commander Grey Worm in them for boldness and courage in there, so even scarier. I think they're very good for their points cost as well.
yeah.
Would players take Varys now he's 5 points? Honestly, I said on Sunday, every single game, I wish I had Varys. Maybe that's because I've played with Varys for 2 years flat in every list I've ever ran ever, and I'm so
Yeah.
used to him. But I really, really missed him, and I genuinely went home and built some lists with Varys in. I've seen him in a couple of lists, a few Martell lists.
hmm
Um, I I think 4 token. It's just that 5 point
Yeah.
area, right? Because 5 point NCUs are made for like the big dogs.
hmm
In my mind, like if you're taking a 5 point NCU, you've dropped something good and you're really investing in it.
hmm
And Varys for me has always just been like a nice side piece. Like
Yeah.
I I think he's really good still. I think Varys is really good.
I agree.
Just
Yeah. Yeah. I like him. I think he's still really good. They just can't get him to sit where they want him to sit. As you say, the 5 points it comes down to the granularity again, isn't it? It's always talked about if it was a bigger point game and there was different steps of points, different levels of points. He maybe would be a 4.5 point because he feels really good for a 4 point. But
so
good.
that's a question for you. If Varys was still 4 points, and my opinion is, if he was still 4 points now, not everyone would take him still, because I think Jaqen's replaced that 4 point auto take neutral niche. Like, if he was still 4 points with the free tokens how he was, would everyone still be taking him
Well, it's
or
definitely
not? I
it's a question for the comments section. So make sure you put it in the group chat so we can pick it up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sorry, go and finish what you were saying because I interrupted. But I'm interested to get people's feedback on that.
No, I just think if you're taking Jaqen with one of your other good NCUs for a cool combo, and then most factions have two sort of good or auto take NCUs. I don't know if Varys would be the problem. Not the problem he was before, just the auto take he was before.
hmm
Most used NCU, most used unit, I think, in the game for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Um, I just, yeah, I don't think he was that. that big a problem. I think indirectly he got a bit nerfed because there's just slightly better options now. But
Yeah,
maybe people would.
yeah. I don't think he was overly powerful at 4 points. I think he was probably because did he pick up another token when went to 5 again?
Yes, yeah, he went back to
Yeah, yeah.
4, which I think he was like 3 seasons ago.
That's what I mean. They can't just settle him, can they? But I think you're right. I think this other NCUs being buffed and nerfed, I think has changed up a little bit. I mean, they've proven they're not worried about changing various, so he may be back to 4 points come the next update. But um, I really like him. I've always used him. I think I've just used him because he allows you to make a few mistakes and be able to use his tokens to sort of get back, whether that's heal a couple of wounds, make a little shift. I've always found him really helpful. To the point where I've played games and just thought, fuck me, I wish I had Varys back.
Yes, yeah. Every game I play without him, I'm like, oh, I'd love to heal 2 there.
Yeah.
Like, oh, a shift would be so good. Pascal's put a really good point in chat that he isn't really happy with his NCUs that have a that can pass that aren't active NCUs. I think that's a really good point. I guess I've only really played season 7 with Bruce NCU, who you are very happy to skip with.
Yeah.
So I don't have that, but that's a very good point.
Yeah. 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 I mean, the whole Roos thing with the Wigan tokens is just fucking disgusting, isn't it?
Oh, mate. So in one of the lists I was running, which I spoke about in the last match of the Frey, where my Polish friend Anubis he was running it, and I sort of piggybacked on it and said that looks cool. You've got Dreadful Archers with neutral Sandor Clegane in them, and so you're handing out a weakened and marked target every turn just for free, and then you've got Roos and Jackin to triple up on those. It's so ridiculous. Like round 2, your opponent has weakened, vulnerable, probably panicked on all of their units. Like
Nice.
this is it's so tasty. Him at 4 points, and the hits are really good. It's not that many, and after playing awful, like it feels like it's just like what's the fucking point? But
Yeah.
like doing a couple of hits to these little units and objectives, I think he's good. Sorry,
Yeah.
waylaid. I got into the buttons.
No,
You got me.
all good.
Oh, it's like have you watched Johnny English? You know when they bring out Mozambique,
Yeah.
and he sort of has, that's me with a button. Just whew.
Yeah. Another thing Pascal brought up was that the things with bear cavalry now they're 2 chariots, so you can get 2 chariots for the price. You can get a unit of bear cavalry, and chariots are really good. But the fucking range thing now is disgusting, isn't it?
The chariots are good. They're very cool though. They're very cool.
Yeah.
What I was about to say, something that I was quite happily surprised about as well, a change. The she bears. I've seen a lot of she bears actually. Going back to the Stark, sorry. There's a stupid list in our teams which has, I think he's got like 3 units of Mormont she bears, but their healing's really impressive. And their token generation is pretty good. I think that's a really, really good change. Are you? Because you said you're going back to Starks. Have you looked at them?
I've looked at them, but I've not processed it enough yet. I need to get back into it because there's only I don't know where we had that conversation. It was a couple of days ago, I think. Basically, because again, my problem is I'm trying to play too many factions and get a feel for all the rules. But I think going forward, I'm going to just start running some Starks and try and get my head back into them again.
So that's your season 7 plan, Starks.
Yeah, at least for the next half hour, yeah.
You've heard it here, folks. If you see Grant playing or painting anything else which isn't a Stark,
throw sticks at
me. Let me know.
Yeah,
let me know.
I was considering Baratheons for that thing, but I don't like playing stuff that's overly tuned. So I want to try and do something else. I was considering basically where I was sitting was Greyjoys or Starks. So I think I'm gonna crack on with Starks. I think so. I've got.
Well, it's interesting you say that because I'm genuinely thinking about going back to Greyjoys for the season 7. Maybe it's fate because we had the drowned men reveal.
Yeah.
But I keep looking at them. Again, Boltons are pretty good now, and the attachments, like people just hate Grunt. and it just doesn't feel good. Like
Mm.
maybe I'll go back to Greyjoys.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, we'll have to play. See who can charge each other first and kill everything.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I definitely want to start playing some more games. Sort of like I sat the last couple of years out a little bit, so it'd be nice to play some more games, even if it's over TTS or in a caravan in Norfolk.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Don't think too much into that, everyone. Nothing suspicious.
Awesome. Yeah, anyway, but go back to the tier list then. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens in 6 months. We'll come back and revisit it, right?
Yeah, I
Um,
think we've apart from the Lannisters, maybe we've got very similar
yeah.
lists. I think top and bottom is pretty similar. But yeah, it'll be good to revisit and see how the middle ground does.
Mhm.
I'm really interested to see how Targs pan out.
Yeah. Do
Um,
you stand by this to say you think they're the same strength as Boltons?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think they can be. I think the variation in army that you have access to for that chicken.
Mhm.
Now that the infantry are good, you have dragons, you have Dothraki, you've got infantry, you've got cheap infantry, brazen beasts, pit vipers, stuff like that. You've got great NCUs, you've got good commanders. It's just a deck which I think you could play around if you're a good player.
Mhm.
Some of the cards are good. I just think they've got really powerhouse units now and a good variety.
Mhm.
I I think I could easily lose to Targs with Bowens,
Yeah. Um.
but I'm not very good at the moment, so that doesn't say much.
Nice. Yeah. And I just and going back to Martels, I know the sand skirmisher thing has changed what we're seeing as like a standard Martel list, but I quite like um that they thought that going back more into control again, to being really stopping you from doing what you want to do, and then controlling the plays. I think is the right what I'm trying to say. Probably not,
Yeah, no,
but
no, no,
yeah.
no. I completely agree. Like they've still got an excellent deck and incredible NCUs.
Mm,
Um, they still control the game. Your opponent still wants to just top themselves halfway through.
yeah.
Like they've still got that. It's just they've lost that. I mean, I'm gonna say busted unit. I feel like double skirmishers in an Oberyn list was pretty busted. Like there wasn't much you could
Yeah.
interact with,
Yeah.
and now it just feels like losing that the Nymeria charge super cyan unit. But then your opponents you can just jack in your Nymeria and they take that.
Mm,
So that's why I'm just a bit
yeah. I get that.
skeptical when they are. But I think they've still got that Martel feel
Mm,
in the deck and the NCUs. It's just do they just turn into like a smash melee army, which feels weird. Um, Jake is in chat saying hello. Hello, Jake. You all
Jake,
right?
do you think? Do you think they've got the units to do the smashing though, or do you think because their thing has always been that I know obviously Darkstar's retinue got a little bit of a tweak, and then Nymeria makes the knights or makes any unit really good. But do you think that they can be held by them units, or is it more than
I,
the team?
after seeing Darkstar in the team tournament and on the weekend, like I think they've with Doran commander with Ario in the Darkstar,
Yeah,
insane. You do extra hits. I think he's Furious Charge as well, is he? And you could just
yeah,
march off the zones. I think they're definitely a smash unit. The Knights for sure. Um, I think Darkstar Commander. I know he's less used and he's not brilliant. He was really, really good with skirmishes. But he's got is it Price of Failure for all the auto hits with cards. So you put Nymeria on there, roll your hits separately for crit blow precisions, and like it's not the best build you can build. Probably Oberyn or Doran's still good, but I think they've got the smash potential and enough tricks to not take the counter punch.
yeah, yeah. I think that's good though. I think when a faction's given a change to a key part that then changes what we see on the tabletop, that's quality, isn't it? It means you can actually get other units on the table that look good that you've wanted to play. Like Starfall Knights, I've struggled to in the last edition, well, the last 2021, whatever the last season was, the season 6 probably. Yeah, you rarely see that. But I rarely see the Starfall Knights because they just didn't pack the punch. But now they're given the tools to be able to pack a punch. So it's been nice to see them out on the table again in lieu of Outriders.
I 100% agree, and I think we said this when we went through like the whole document change. Like they targeted Tywin, Balon, like skirmishes, all these crazy units that everyone just took automatically in their lists. And now, especially on Sunday, I think maybe it was a bit biased because our little gaming day on Sunday, we all just brought new stuff to try it. But
Yeah.
like people were turning up with units I haven't seen ever.
Mm.
Like a couple of the units I've never seen the models of,
Yeah.
and now people are bringing them, and they were fairly good.
Yeah.
I think that's really healthy for the game, even if giants are a bit
Yeah.
mental. Like people bringing all these cool toys they bought.
Mm.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
playing differently. Brilliant.
I really like just the last thing. I really like the halberdier changes for Baratheons. I love that I can't remember what it's called now. That shift at the beginning of the round.
Oh yeah, the go forth
Yeah.
started around 2-inch shift forward.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool. They are because I played against them for that triple Lightbringers game. The shift was interesting, but they're 4 move now,
Yeah.
and the 4 move like 4 move feels bad as a previous Blackguard player.
Yeah.
But the shift thing, I like rules like that, like the Stark Outriders getting their cool, what's it called, scouting, where they basically ignore terrain. I
Scout
can't remember
terrain,
what the
right?
rules called. Scout terrain, maybe that's what it's called. But
Yeah.
like that's so cool,
Yeah.
just like this unique ability. I agree,
Yeah.
really cool.
And the start Bowman with the volley fire thing. I really like that. That is what it's one of those abilities that is so new. I'm like, oh fucking hell, I keep forgetting I've got that. And then, but when you do need to make a big play and turn off tacticals and orders, being able to do that is pretty sweet and make them vulnerable.
It's
Um,
huge. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, you got resilience.
yeah,
Not anymore.
yeah. Don't mention that to stagnant players, will you?
Mm.
Sweet. Okay. Right, we're coming up to the hour point. So yeah, is there anything else that you want to go through? Is there any more in the chat we need to cover? Various elephants. Various on an elephant. Um,
Elephant with no ding dong.
ding along. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I mean, it's
Um,
good. People are coming back to the game as well now, which I was going to say. People are coming back. People from the Chelmsford that are playing again, like Tom started playing again, using
oh,
free
brilliant.
folk. So that's quite nice to see that happening. So hopefully we'll see more of that because, yeah, it'd be nice to see the community start growing again. What else did I have? I had something else.
I would just echo that
Oh,
as well. Like we had, I think, 14 people at our games days the
mhm.
last few days. Just song people who've been lurking for the last few months. Everyone's come back. Brilliant.
Yeah, nice.
Remembered what you were going to
Nah,
say?
too hot on it.
Nice T-shirt though, Grant.
Oh, cheers, mate.
Fucking
Yeah,
good,
yeah.
mate.
Well, we can talk about that. I've got some. Oh, let me get a slide for that. So there's that one. So yeah, we are now doing our own T-shirts, which are definitely not Game of Thrones related, but they do look like they could be Game of Thrones related. So just don't. If you're George R. R. Martin, you're looking to buy one. These definitely weren't based on anything you've written about in a book. These are purely higher fantasy related stuff. But yeah, I've started doing these. I don't make much on them, so if you want a T-shirt, go grab them. It helps me put money upgrading the systems I've got here, putting on tournaments, which I'll be announcing soon. But yeah, there's some cool shirts, including this one. Look at that.
Look at that.
It's a massive hand.
It's a big old
Big hand.
hand.
Big hand.
And I think there's only one more thing to say.
It is
It
warm.
is bloody boiling.
It's
Yeah,
fucking hot, mate. Yeah, it's really hot.
it is
But
boiling.
did I mention the weather? I did a little bit, yeah. From GSX Riker in the chat. Yeah, it's slightly warm. Thanks everyone for joining us and going over our tier list with us. I'll put them on the screen once more. It's not that one. It's that one.
Lovely.
So yeah, thanks for checking us out. The last, sorry, I do remember what I was going to say. The battle reports. I'm editing in it. It's taken me longer than I thought it was going to take me because I haven't done it in a while. But they are coming. There are 2 battle reports coming. Martel versus Baratheons and Free Folk versus Boltons. And at some point we'll get some more people in to do some more filming. Once I get back in the back in the groove. They should be quite quick to roll out, but they're coming and they look better than they did before, even if I do say so myself.
They're going to be brilliant. I think everyone loves battle reports.
Nice. Are you lucky because I fucking lose, so it's good.
Even better. Win-win.
Nice. All right, guys. Well, cheers for joining us. I know on a Tuesday night, 7 o'clock, you could be watching the one show, but you chose to spend your time with me and Dan talking rubbish about A Song of Ice, or me talk rubbish. Dan's obviously an expert. I'm not an expert, but talking A Song of Ice and Fire, the miniatures game, which we love, and it's great to see the game back going, the community's thriving again, and the online talk going back and forth. There are some clicky bits going around that don't make sense, but it never does first time around. Give it a couple of more weeks, we should be well and truly bedded in. But thank you for coming in and spending time with me and Dan. Yeah, cheers, Dan.
Thank you so much. Yeah, feel free to reach out to us if anyone has anything we want to talk about next in the episode in 2 weeks. Anything like that, let us know. We love ideas. We love the community. So let us know. Thanks so much for watching.
Yeah, it's your show. Make it what you want it to be. But yeah, like the channel, or subscribe to the channel, like the video if you like it, and then share it amongst friends. And if you're watching this tomorrow, I hope you have an absolutely cracking day at work. And hopefully it'll be a bit cooler.
Hey, cooler.
Take care, guys. Speak soon.
Cheers all.
Bye.